Soul Seers, and welcome to SeeJamieSim. I'm Jamie, and today we're going to be doing KevTheBuilder's Music Box Challenge, Kev April 2025 Build Challenge. So here we are, and I decided that my music box was going to be Pink Pony Club by Chapel Roan. So here we are, just getting everything kind of stage set. I know I'm going to change that background like 5 or 6 times. So here we are, got the pink carpet on the floor. Don't worry, we don't stick with that background either. So I obviously decide, as you can see by the pole in the middle of the dais where the dancing doll would be, that it is a stripper pole. So we are making a strip club. So there we go for that. And I realize with this pink on black that I'm definitely going to have to change that background. But right now I am putting in chairs and trying to decide just where and how things are going to be situated. And I decide that I'm going to put in a couple of just tables, where people can sit and drink and have a good time. So here we are deciding on all of that. And if you listen to Pink Pony Club while you are watching this, I guarantee it'll be a fun time for you. I listened to it on repeat while I was building this, so it was pretty funny. I was really excited to do this particular challenge just because it was so unique, and Kev's music box was beautifully done, and we are definitely not keeping that couch. So you do not need to worry about that. It will not do anything. I promise. It's going to be in the build though for a while as I decide on if I was going to keep it or not. So yeah, just be prepared. So, funny thing, I did actually do this voiceover once before, and my cat completely jumped up on the table and ruined it after I was almost all the way done. So that was a little bit stressful. So this is the second time I am doing this voiceover. So fingers crossed. He looks pretty comfortable on the table right now in front of me on my desk. So I'm hoping that means that he's gonna be calm, because me trying to pick him up and fling him off the desk while I'm recording wasn't working so well for me or for him. He could not believe that I hissed at him. And then I felt like a bad cat mom, so I of course let him come back up, and then he looks like he's calmed down a bit now that he has what he wants. So here I am trying to figure out how to put the lights where I want them, because I want them to be spotlights but also look kind of industrial. I don't end up keeping these ones, but I do like them. I just would probably like them on a different build, because I know that we're going to try and take pictures of this while it is dark outside. I know that I want it to be well lit. And I'm trying to decide where to put these spotlights, just because I don't want them blocking the chairs. So we have this all going, and I love that the chess pieces, and this is the great saga of me trying to place the DJ booth. It was a whole deal. It was a whole deal. I finally find a place, and then like I hate it, and then I replace it, and then I hate it, and it was a saga. It was a saga. And then I'm like, is something else gonna be better? But I was like, no, because why would they be spending all that money if it's a strip club on the DJ booth? So we have more lights that we're putting in, but these actually don't end up staying. And here we are. What are we doing next? I think we're still deciding on all the lights. And here's where I want party essentials, just to keep the fluorescent pink going. Thanks, Kat. So then I find these spotlights, which I'm like, yes, perfect, great. And the fog machines, which if you're going to a strip club, why have fog machines? But, whatever. To each his own. I was never a person who went to clubs, not because I couldn't, or it was just a matter of, I don't like going places where there's loud music and sweaty bodies, and it is just not my style. Never has been, not even when I was younger. I think my sister and I and our spouses went to a piano bar once for the night before my brother's wedding. And even that, my sister got a little tipsy, and we got in trouble for her being loud. She's ridiculous, and I love her. No. Oh, no. Why? Oh, man. Yeah, okay. Great. Thanks, Kat. He just stepped on a project I worked my whole stream on. So, he's still causing trouble here. So we have done the walls a little bit at a time, put some mirrored disco balls up just like the song. And here I am trying to decide what more I should be doing. I decide to change out those lights, so the other ones, are like pool lights, so I decide to do these ones. And, yeah. And this couch does not stay, but I'm still... Oh, and there's the invisible dance floor. So and so much glitter. I put so much glitter on here. And it's a sickness. Glitter is the herpes of crafts. So I'm still trying to make this couch and lamp work because that lamp is my favorite, but I have not gotten that to work. So you'll see I eventually lose it. I'm just like, no, I love it though. And I know I'm putting these up here, but I do eventually take those off because I want the black to show through above there. So I decide to do that. So here I am on like a little tour, trying to figure out what more this feels like it needs. And I'm like, does it feel more like a birthday party with the balloons? But I was like, they're pink, and I wanted to like bring a little joy in. So here I am still trying to keep my favorite lamp. Yes, it is my favorite. I am not a maximalist, but this is from the Maximalist pack, or to the max, decor to the max. And so I decide that I'm going to put the bar that matches the chairs in here. And I'm trying to decide where and how, because having it like straight along the edge doesn't feel particularly particularly dynamic. So I definitely want those angles. But then I also reason that people need to be able to get behind there, which it's going to be very hard for them to do that. And here I am saving for the first time. You see that? That was the first time I saved this whole build. There is nothing quite like losing your whole build this far into it, right? But I will never remember to save, unfortunately. So here I am still trying to get the best angles on things, moving chairs around and trying to decide what it is that's making me crazy about all of this. And I kind of decide that I'm going to attempt a few things, and then those don't work out, and I still need to figure out this bar stuff and trying to make it so that somebody could quite possibly, get behind the bar, which they just need like half a tile to get behind the bar, so they'll do pretty well there. Yeah, so if you guys end up downloading this and using it, please comment or send me a link in the gallery so I can see it. I'd love to see it. And here I am making the outside match the Pink Pony Club vibe, making the music box pink and instead of the brown, and I'm making it into like a cityscape, so then when you are playing this, it's going to be a big kind of city area, not necessarily. Man, I just really, really enjoy this build, and other people's builds looked really good too. So I highly recommend you checking out KevTheBuilder and Kev April 2025 build, or Kev April 2025. That's it. And then that's the build. So I think I'm doing, yes, so I put the ponies outside. So it definitely is giving a little bit of Vegas vibes here. Not necessarily Santa Monica, but what can you do? I'm looking for some cars in debug, which becomes the bane of my existence through this whole deal. So just trying to just set the background up a little bit so you kind of get the feeling that you're in the city. And I put some glasses up there, and I know I put a bottle of wine up there later. So here I go about making this area into a parking lot. So it makes it seem like it's kind of busy on a Friday night. And I'm still looking for cars, and trying to look for what really makes this build complete. If I wanted to add more buildings or something, but I don't find any that I'm particularly drawn to, so I kind of let it go. And I know I don't keep that fire hydrant. So yeah, here's my greatest single effort for this build, is getting cars for it. And mostly because I could not find the sports car. I could not. So that was kind of annoying. And I also did not feel super great about putting a family van on in the parking lot for the strip club. I was like, ew, that feels yucky. So I didn't do it. But the news van is there. Gotta like that. I just thought that, having somebody who's so talented that the news is there to check them out was my general feeling. I know it's ridiculous, but it's my head canon now. So here I am still looking for the stupid sports car, and I will never find it. So I don't know why I try. And I don't keep that car either. That's from Henford on Bagley. So it didn't fit it real well in this like American cityscape. I needed to find another pickup truck, which I do. So I move those over and put a bottle of wine on another table. I type in sports car, but I never find it. So then I put the cab there. So just so it seems more like the city. And I lived in LA for quite a time, so I know that there are a ton of cabs that you can get to take you places. Not like New York City. Like you actually have to call like an actual cab company. You can't just like reach your hand out and request that they give you a ride. There's not cabs like that in Southern California, which is funny because there's no uh, anything else, you know, public transportation either. So anyway, here's our build, our Pink Pony Club music box. I also did a dancing doll for it. I believe it's Pink Pony Club doll. So you guys can go check that out too if you'd like to put Chapel Roan in here. Thanks for watching today. If you would like, share, comment, or subscribe, that really kind of keeps the channel going. I am on a push for 100 members. I am on Twitch, Instagram, and Blue Sky, SeeJamieSim. And if you'd like to see another video of my build challenges or my cast challenges, you can go ahead and click Want to See More. Thanks for joining me today. Bye-bye.